listen to music on a daily or weekly basis? Most Americans do. About 75% of us listen to music every week. If you love listening to music as much as I do, then you probably have a favorite artist or genre. People have different preferences on their music based on heritage, culture, or just appreciation of the sound itself. Personally, I enjoy all different types of music. I especially like to listen to country music. And my favorite artist of all time is Toby Keith. He's a famous country singer and songwriter. His first album went platinum in '93, and the reasons I like Toby Keith are because he, besides his natural singing talent, he's been through daily struggles in his life, and he expresses them through his music. He grew up as an ordinary person and just a family man. I grew up listening to country music, and my parents raised me to listen to country music, and I feel like the music you listen to is majorly influenced on where you were raised or where you grew up. Listening is a major part in everyday activities, especially like communication or just listening to music. People like to listen to music to relax or focus on daily activities. They usually listen to music to tune into their emotions as well. Country music expresses American roots and emotions through talent. And Toby Keith is one of the most famous country singers of all time. His net worth is about $365 million. His life story will reflect how he can be so wealthy just coming from just such an ordinary life. He grew up like any ordinary person, not wealthy, growing up hardworking and passionate about his hobbies. This is quoted by Gareth Stevens Pub. He was born in Clinton, Oklahoma in 1961. His love for music came at a young age. His influence was based on a band from his grandmother's supper club, and later he started playing the guitar at the young age of 8 years old. Although he was musically talented, he decided to play defensive football for his high school team, and although he was athletic, he decided to, instead of going pro in college, he decided to work at the oil industry. And during his time in the oil industry, he created a band called the Easy Money Band with his friends. He would go to work at the oil industry during the day, and at night he would take on the night's bars and writing and singing with his friends. With the economy changing and the oil industry in decline, he had to decide the next chapter of his life, and he took his love for music and decided to make a career out of his passion. He picked up semi-pro defensive football to help his family while they were going through this rough time, but he never gave up his true love for music. While attempting to find a label to record his albums, he faced a lot of rejection at first, and he finally found an label to record his album, and he didn't release his first album until he was into his early 30s. His first album shot to the top of the charts and jump-started his career. That was quoted by sunsigns.org. He continued to release platinum albums left and right, but he decided that he wanted to switch labels so that he could have more freedom in his writing and his songs and expressing himself. As a true lover of our country, Keith was devastated at the attacks that happened on 2001. His songs are extremely relatable, and they explain the struggles of day-to-day life. And rather than dwell on the negatives of life, he expresses them through his passion. He released the Angry American album, which perfectly depicted how America felt as a whole during that time and how we were grieving. On top of this tragedy, he went through another earth-shattering event of his father passing away. Rather than giving up, he continued to release music to grieve that way. He created many more albums to support our troops and show patriotism, and as trends changed, he released new songs and catchy albums. He became Entertainer of the Year in 2002. This is quoted by imdb.com. He decided that he was more traditional and decided to, rather than release new albums, he continued to focus on his old albums as they are classics. To this day, he continues to do tours, show special appearances, and even dabbles in acting as well. He has stuck to his opinions and his beliefs and wavered no matter what the controversy. He has worked hard for what he has earned, and he has always stayed true to himself. He is inspiration to me because He is an example of why you should never give up on your dreams, and that is why he is my favorite artist. Thank you.